Everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to demonstrate how we can configure Dot1x authentication, Dot1x network authentication using Cisco ISE and Cisco Switch. So basically Dot1x is a protocol or a protocol stack which is used for network authentication. Whenever a user is connected to a network using its laptop or mobile through wired or wireless network, so it pop-ups for its device pop-up for credential, username, password, and after putting username and password, that user is authenticated through ISE, and ISE, on the basis of its authentication group, assign a policy. A policy can be a particular VLAN or a ACL or anything. So let's start. First, we will do the configuration on switch. So here is my switch and my PC is connected to port number 3. So we have this configuration template. In order to enable Dot1x, first we need to configure ISE as a radius server. So here are the configurations for radius ISE. In this configuration, I'm just defining a ISE radius server and then IP ports and the key. Okay, and here I am defining the source interface, which will be used for the communication between the switch and Cisco ISE. So here are the attributes which are being used by Cisco ISE to push a particular policy, and then I'll go on the top and use these commands to enable Dot1x, AAA Dot1x, authorization network, and radius dynamic authenticator. Okay, now I have this configuration, switch configurations. So my interface is this one. Go to this interface. The VLAN is same. So the only thing is device tracking. Device tracking means it uh, determines the end user or end device IP address. And authentication mode multi-auth means multiple authentication are supported. This is used when you are connected, like your IP phone is connected to your socket, and from IP phone your PC is connected. So other authentication order is first it will go for map. Map will cover in the next video, and then Dot1x. Authentication priority is Dot1x means if you have both authentication map or Dot1x, but this switch will prefer Dot1x. Port control auto, authentication periodic, authentication primary, authenticate server. So this is authentication timer. So server means it is pushed by, it is controlled through Cisco ISE server. Then we have enabled map. This one Dot1x authenticator means we are enabling Dot1x on this port. So I'll copy and paste all these configurations under the interface. Okay, exit and right. Now I will go to Cisco ISE. First I will configure this switch. The switch is already there because I am using this TechX. So only TechX is enabled for this switch, and radius is also enabled. So the password, let's make the password. The password is this one. And here you can see password is here. We'll just go to device, put the IP, enable radius and give password. Okay. So now my device is connected to Cisco ISE using radius protocol. So next step is we'll create a user group under administration, identities. First I will create a user. User I will create Dot1x. We name it as dot user one. password I will give 123. Then group I will create later. So this is my user. I will note it down. And my password is admin@123. Okay, my user is created. Now I will create a group .1x, and under this group I will add my user .user1. Okay, now my user is a part of this group, so I will be pushing a policy on this. So now let's go to policy. Let's first create a policy result. The result authorization profile, let new. I will name it as .1x underscore lab. Here what I will do, I will assign a VLAN, and VLAN name will be 92. Okay. Currently, if you see on my interface, the VLAN is 90, but I will be assigning it a separate VLAN which is 92. Okay. Save. Now I'll go to policy set. Here I will create a policy set .1x underscore lab. Condition will make network device IP. The IP of the switch is this one, 192.168.95.14. Use default network access and save. So all the requests related coming from this switch will hit this policy set, and under this policy set I will create an authentication policy. Name it as .1x underscore auth, and condition would be wired .1x. So means any .1x request coming from wired, and it will be authenticated to internal user, and the user and group I created is the part of internal user as it is local to ISE. Now I will create an authorization policy, means .1x underscore authorization. Condition will be, first condition will be, should be .1x wired .1x, and first condition I will identify user group name, and user group which I created is .1x. Okay, and second condition would be wired 802. So with these both of condition, a user is we're doing wired.1x and is a part of .1x, then I will assign my new policy which is .1x lab, which means when this user is authenticated, it will be assigned a VLAN 92. Okay, let's save it. Now let's go to my PC, and I will enable .1x supplement on my PC. It's a native Windows supplement. So we'll go to services and then wired auto config and start. After doing this, then you come to your adapter settings property. You will see authentication tab here and Dot1x authentication. We will enable it. We'll keep it default tab. So server validation, it is not good because I'm not using certificate based authentication. So I will keep it unchecked. Then I will go here, specify authentication mode. Here I have to select user authentication, save credentials. Here I will put my credentials, these credentials which I created on ISE. Show running interface usable 1/0/3. In T, I will do shut no shut. Back on switch, show authentication session. So this is my interface. This is the MAC address of my PC and authentication in Dot1x. Now let's see the detail. Session interface gigabit 1/0/3 details. We should see authentication is successful. VLAN is 92. IP address of my PC is this one. Username is this one. Okay. And if we go to ICE, check the logs. So we go to operation, live logs. So here I can see my user Dot1x details. So the user is Dot1x. MAC address is this one. MAC address of my LAN card. It is authentication policy which we created. This authorization policy, the result, and yeah, so everything looks good. Now let's do one more thing. Go to policy and results. I will create a DACL and will push a DACL also. So I'll create a DACL Dot1x underscore DACL. DACL means it's an ACL, dynamic ACL, which is pushed by ICE to switch, and switch will assign this ACL to my user session. Okay, so what I will do, so let's do one thing. CMD equal to ping my gateway. So let's try to deny this. Deny IP any 112 host 112.168.22.1. Check the status is valid. Then permit IP any, and then sub. This is my echo. is my profile, and here I will sign this DACL, Dot1x DACL, submit. Now let's flap this port. If you see this, only the server policy is VLAN 92. Now after this re-authentication, will be able to see a DACL here. Okay, so let's shut down and then no shut and show authentication session. Authentication is done. Let's go to details. Now you can see ACL here. Okay, and if we see access list, show access list, and name of this access list is this one. You can see the same ACL which we created on ICE is pushed to the switch, and switch has assigned this ACL to my session. Okay, now let's see. You can see I cannot ping my gateway. Even my gateway I am not able to ping. So that's it. Thank you for watching.